Legal Services Authority, I, Sayonara Telesalat, Member Secretary of Goa State Legal Services Authority, warmly welcome all of you for this awareness program, which we are having in collaboration with ERS. The purpose of holding this awareness program here is that we reach out to a number of people. Actually, this is a part of the Pan-India Outreach Awareness Program, which program is happening all across India. We are observing the Legal Services Week as well as the Azad Ke Amrit Mahotsav from 2nd October 2021 till 14th November 2021. As part of the Pan-India Awareness and Outreach Program, we are focused to reach out to every nook and corner in the state of Goa. We shall be doing door-to-door campaign, informing the needy, the marginalized section of the society, the availability of free legal aid. Free legal aid is given to the categories as specified under Section 12 of the Legal Services Act. So, who can get free legal aid? Free legal aid can be availed by women, children, industrial workmen, persons belonging to the scheduled caste and scheduled tribe, those who are in custody. In Goa, we have an income of less than 3 lakhs per annum. So these people can avail free legal aid. The beneficiaries do not have to pay for free legal aid. We also have NALSA schemes, like schemes for senior citizens, schemes for child-friendly schemes, schemes for disaster, those who have suffered some ethnic problems, they have lost their houses in some disaster, so we reach out to them. We have the victim compensation scheme and other such schemes. So you need to know about this. For that purpose, we have come and we are traveling right across the state of Goa to make you aware of your rights. Today, in association with ERS, we are holding this sex trafficking in the state of Goa. So they will enlighten you on the ill effects and the woes of the victims in sex trafficking. Thank you once again, and please be a part of this program. Along with ERS NGO, we have come here to Kalangut Beach as part of the Pan-India Awareness and Outreach Program. So our purpose of coming here is to reach out to the people, especially in areas which have a lot of people coming. Like today we can see there's so much of crowd here. So we can spread the awareness in respect of the legal services that we do. And also we go to the interior parts of the villages. So we need to reach out to the grassroots level of people so that they know what exactly we, the legal services institutions, do. We provide free legal aid to the needy people, to the beneficiaries as per Section 12 of the Legal Services Act. So this Pan-India Awareness and Outreach Program, we include a number of laws so that people are acquainted with laws. We include law students, we take paralegal volunteers. We are also going to undertake door-to-door campaign where we will be educating the people about our legal services. Today, along with NGO ERS, they will be also speaking about sex trafficking in Goa. So we need to bring out the evils of sex trafficking, and for that purpose we are here today in a combined effort to see that we spread the awareness to all and it reaches
covers every nook and corner.
This Pan India awareness program started from 2nd October. Idea is to see that nobody is deprived of access to justice on account of barriers like economic barriers, social backwardness or any other reason. Idea is to provide each one justice, to see that everyone get benefit of beneficial legislation. We give pre-legal aid to every person. Means there are various things. Any woman is today given pre-legal aid, irrespective of her economic financial status. So also various other persons like industrial workers, person coming from scheduled caste, or minors, person in custody, whatever, they are entitled for legal aid. We give them free legal aid. So also this organization, this authority campaigns against all evil practices such as drugs, human trafficking, alcoholism, gambling, whatever, all evil practices. We make awareness and to see that they come to an end, these practices. So today we have organized this. Our students have come to spread awareness, combating human trafficking. Last Saturday we had your program for combating drugs. So these authorities will continue until 14th of November. Each day we are having program under the Pan India Awareness Drive,
which is a nodal NGO working towards combating sex trafficking in Goa for the last 23 years. Now, if you go to see in Goa, somewhere our experiences have been is that Goa has become a destination for sex trafficking. The recent NCRB data, which was released last month, shows that a large number of the maximum number of cases registered for sex trafficking is in Goa per capita population, and that's good one way. That shows that the police is taking initiative in taking action against those who are involved in sex trafficking. We have been till now mainly focusing on rescuing girls and their rehabilitation. Somewhere we feel that if we have to combat sex trafficking, we need to take action against those who are creating demand. And if you go to see who is creating demand, it's basically the tourists who come here to buy sex. And that's the reason the girls are being trafficked from various parts of India as well as outside India. So today is the program we have collaborated with State Legal Service Authority. And today we are going to have an awareness program to reach out to the tourists and members of hospitality industry. We are telling them that buying sex is a crime. Don't buy sex, okay? And please help in making Goa a safe place for tourists. So that's our aim. So today we are having flash mob, which is going to be presented by a student of Carmel College. We are going to screen movies, okay, and also speeches related to sex trafficking. Yeah, funding.
What is the record?
So the record of
Sex trafficking cases
okay, on an average, the police is rescuing around 80 to 100 girls from sex trafficking every year. This is what the police has rescued. We don't have any empirical data to show that how many girls have been trafficked to Goa, because no study has been done. But this is the reality that Goa has become a sex destination because of the demand created by tourists. And what we need to do is that not only rescue girls, but we need to create awareness among tourists that don't buy sex. And those who are buying, we need to take penal action. Somewhere, that is the area we are lacking in Goa. And as a result, we find that a lot of tourists here are coming for the purpose of buying sex. And that is causing Goa to become a major tourist sex destination.
You don't have an office in Goa?
Yeah, we have been working here for last 23 years. So we are not only helping police in rescue, but we are also rehabilitating girls, especially from Goa, who have been the victims of commercial sexual exploitation. Other than that, we also, in collaboration with Women and Child Welfare Department, we work at Government State Protective Home, where the girls, after rescued by the police, are kept. We try to ensure that the girls are sent back to their families, they are reintegrated, and they are not retrafficked. So that part, post-rescue, Goa government is doing the good work, but where we are lacking is that not taking action against the clients who are coming and buying sex. And since they are creating a demand, the girls from various parts of India are getting trafficked to Goa.
Was never been there for so many years. On that issue, like what is the action you will be taking?
No, see, again, it is an organized crime. Okay, it is a criminal offence. The state has to take action. As you rightly said, our statistics also shows is that Kalangut has become a hub for sex trafficking, and action needs to be taken by the police. We as an NGO, we can assist the police in their rescue and the girls whom they are rescuing in their rehabilitation. We on our own, we can't rescue. But once said that, I feel is that police has a role, NGO have a role, but also somewhere the tourists also need to take responsibility. The local population also have to take responsibility. They should not be renting their place to those who are involved in commercial sexual exploitation. They should not be renting the establishment which is used for exploiting the children and women. That is happening, and that's the reason, as you rightly said, prostitution activity is continuing and Kalangut has become a hub for sex trafficking.